It, how are people dealing and coping emotionally and physically when you hear about something like this? Because if I was ratchet,
Right.
the first thing I thought was, oh my God, Chicago is about to start looting. They're
Right.
going to go crazy.
Right.
Is that the right answer, right behavior? I can't say that it's not.
No, but some people, that's their way of expressing themselves, and then others might just keep it quiet and not say anything and just let it fester.
Yeah.
And then once that festering gets too much,
Yeah.
and they explode,
Yeah.
then it's really, really crazy.
I had a conversation with someone, and they were going on and on about, white supremacy and blah blah blah. When we get on a ticket, we get on a ticket. And I said, yeah, it's a thing that's happening in our world that's been happening way before we got here.
Mm-hmm. Right.
We need to do something about it. Yeah.
Yeah. We have to.
But what we need to pay more attention to is how we're killing each other.
Man, girl.
How we're hurting and raping each other.
Right.
Because if we're doing it to ourselves, how can we expect somebody else not to
do it to us?
It's just crazy. I'm so angry about everything.
Let me ask you this, Nick.
Just an angry bird.
Have you ever been discriminated on at work? Not the job that you're at or any job. I'm not trying to put your job out there like that, but have you ever experienced it?
You see undercurrents.
Okay.
Nothing blatant.
Okay.
Projects go to different people.
Mm-hmm.
Or different people are put on a pedestal when you've excelled above what they've done.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I hate to say it, but they're the golden child.
Right.
Syndrome is what I call it.
Okay.
You see undercurrent stuff like that, but nothing really blatant as far as discrimination. Now, prejudice, I was witness to something that happened to me in last summer, and it was the first time I had ever experienced anything like that. Mm-hmm. We were in the elevator bank at our job, and there are tons of elevators going in each elevator bank.
Okay.
Elevator opens. These 3 white guys were standing in front of the elevator, and there were other Caucasian women getting. There were people getting off, and there were other Caucasian and I think 2 Asian people waiting to get on the elevator.
Okay.
They moved out of the way to let those people in, and they kind of blocked me from getting on the elevator.
Oh,
it was the first time in my life.
Let me pull my sleeves up. You don't want none. You don't
It
want
was
none.
the first time in my life that I had ever experienced it. And there was a Caucasian female standing next to me, and she kind of looked at me like she wanted to say something, but she didn't know what to say.
But did they know that you actually were
They
black?
knew I was.
You don't look like you're black.
Listen.
I'm just playing, nigga.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you're white, you know I'm black.
I'm just playing.
Listen, I'm a little fair, but you can tell what I am.
I'm just playing.
Yeah, they knew. And the lady next to me, she looked so sad that it happened.
And she didn't speak up.
They don't know what to say. I didn't know what to say because I'm quick on the draw with stuff that flies out of my mouth.
Right.
And I'm just like, what?
Right.
What?
Right.
What? My head was trying to process it all, and I didn't get angry. It was just like, I hate you, Trump.
So this was recent.
Last summer.
Oh.
It was the first time ever that I had experienced anything like that, except for when I was a little girl and I went on a trip with my grandmother, and we were all in the pool. Back then you couldn't get your hair wet when we were out of town.
And a poof up.
So I'm standing in the water, and this little white guy, he wasn't little, he was fat, chubby. He poured a whole can of grape pop on my hair.
Alrighty.
My whole world opened up because I had never heard my grandmother scream or curse. And I remember this white guy picking me up out of the pool, and there were some other people taking my grandmother into the building.
Oh, she was about to get
it in.
Do you hear me? Granny was about to get it in.
She was. And when I was younger, I just thought she was angry because of what he did.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until I got older that I understood what actually happened. Yeah.
That was deep.
It's crazy.
That was deep.
It's crazy.
That was deep. But let me tell you. So, Jose and I, we worked at the same company.
Okay?
Before he got hired, I got hired in. And I worked there for a little while, and then I got transferred to be a manager.
Yeah.
He came in making more than what their store manager was making because he was a guy. And the general manager told him, "You're making more because you are a guy." He came home and told me that. So I'm just like, okay. I just held it all back in. And then we got we got a male employee at my store. And he came in making more than me. And I was the manager. And I said,
It happens.
I said, all right. I said, I got you. So then the years went on. And they actually promoted me to, the supervisor of the year. So they sent me on a cruise, blah, blah, blah. So when I came back, my general manager was like, well, because you're black, you think that you got that? I instantly walked out. Because I had to get myself together because it was going to be real ugly.
Yeah.
And I actually emailed her supervisor who loved me. And I told her, I just want you to know, your general manager is an ass. But I'm not going to go, bring anybody here. But I'm just going to let you know, this is my last day. I'm not giving you 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, nothing. This is my last day. You have a nice life. Peace. She called me every day to try to get me back.
Did you take it to for like HR or anything like that?
Oh yes,
yeah.
She made me the lady who was over the general manager. She said, "Well, you have to let HR know exactly what's happening." I said, "For what?" That's how angry I was because I felt like nothing was going to get done because she's been in this position for so long and she's always done people wrong and she's still in that position. So it's like, why am I saying anything? You still got her here. When you going to get rid of her? She needs to be gone. I'm just saying. Just saying.
But so you did reach out to HR?
Yes. And I did let them know. They had a whole investigation. We had to talk. I had to go in, blah, blah, blah.
And nothing,
But nothing changed.
Yeah.
It's like her word against mine. Because it wasn't recorded. It wasn't documented. It wasn't like a verbal email, a text message. This is something that she said. Now, if I had my phone recording, which I could have did, because now we got Siri, and Siri can record anything.
Yeah.
Especially with the new bug, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But yeah, that's my little experience.
It's something when you go through that, but I hear a lot of that in corporate America at people's jobs. My god sister went through something like that just recently, and they did the whole investigation.
Right.
She had to apologize, and it's like, when are you gonna stop letting people apologize?
Right. You got to do something. I mean, apologizing is okay, but you got to do something else.
Somebody used the term domestic terrorism.
Okay.
And I was like, wow, that sounds really serious. It
sounds harsh.
Really serious. It's really harsh. But I think if we start claiming and calling it what it is, hate crimes and prejudices, and you not getting a job because you're a black female is something totally different from being beat because of it.
Girl, I told my kids I couldn't have been a slave because you be home day 2. It wasn't even Kunta Kinte. It ain't none of that.
No
Marginate.
fingers, no ankles,
Nothing.
just done.
I'm done.
Yeah. But it's and a lot of people are still in mental slavery today.
Yeah. Even in
Because
relationships.
it started.
It's deep, girl.
Bad. Yeah,
It's deep.
It really is. I love everybody. I don't care what color you are. I hate. I'm gonna stop saying hate because I
Hate
don't
is a
like
strong
that
word.
It is a very strong word, and I've only hated one person in my entire life. I need to stop saying that.
Yeah.
But we need to. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
How can you just spread love?
Or how do you have a voice?
What can you do?
So that this stuff doesn't happen.
I don't know.
And people are crazy now. They'll shoot you on sight.
Yeah, but okay, so example. So I'm going to give you a little scenario.
Yeah.
So if I come up to you and I'm like, you black bee, blah, 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 and I got a gun up to you and I'm still going back and forth with you, calling you all these names, maybe even spitting on you, what you going to do? What you going to do? What you going to do?
I'm going to stand there and I'll be every bee in everything that you calling me. If you
Okay.
have a gun on me,
Uh-huh.
some things are just not worth your life.
Okay, now take the gun out. Then what?
Oh, it's going down. I don't know. Because I can sit here and tell you, you're going to get these hands. I don't know what I would do. My sister was in a situation at a grocery store where a white female pushed the cart to her, was calling her all kind of names, and I said, well, what did you do? She said, I looked at her and I said, oh, okay, you have a good day.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm like, love you. Have a great day.
She handled herself so well that by the time they got this lady out of the store or whatever, when she got back in line, there was a bouquet of flowers that somebody in the store had bought for her. And the note was, you handled yourself so well, and I'm so proud of you. Have a very blessed day.
Yeah.
Everybody's not like that.
No.
And I told her, I said, you never know what you're going to do
Right.
until you're in that situation. But darkness, Martin Luther King, there was a quote, what is it? Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light
y'all.
can. But how much light can you have when you're faced with something like that?
little light of mine.
Yeah. Because when you're faced with that kind of stuff, you can't have a little light.
No, you got to have a
You have a
bright
beacon.
Listen, so this guy that I know, he was at the grocery store. He was at the Giant Eagle in Maple. And he was shopping, and this Caucasian lady came up to him, was an older lady, punched him in the back, and said, stop following me, nigga. She didn't say nigga. She said the other one. And he was looking like he's fair skinned, so he's looking at her like, okay, you a little cuckoo. So then he went, and told the manager and let him know, like, this lady just hit me. I just wanted to let you know. Goes into the meat department.
Yeah.
She's there again. She said, didn't I tell you stop following me? Right? So he's looking like this lady crazy. Now, at this point, he pissed off because she didn't hit him, so he don't know what's about to happen right now.
Yeah.
So then he goes back to the manager and says, you have to get this lady up out of here. Do you know the lady had dementia? She didn't even know what was going on. She didn't know. And then she actually had escaped from her house and was in a grocery store and wasn't supposed to be in a grocery store. And then they found her, and the lady's daughter apologized to him and they actually send him, like, him and his wife the gift cards to go out on a date and stuff like that. They were very apologetic. But it's amazing how your mind